Alright, so this is Amelia. It's got a nice long reach. You might be able to get a little more out of that. It'll feel like a total hyperextension, but yeah, the reach is good. Your body position looks fine. When you turn to breathe, you don't need to turn your head quite as much. You just need to get your mouth out of the water. But your legs and hips are riding fine in the water. When we look at the underwater video, you're going to see how you're pulling your arms through. Looks to me with that right one, it's what I call the elbow slippage, or your elbows leading the stroke back. And here we get to see sort of flexibility, forward extension. So it's pretty good rotation. You might be able to get the forward arm a little more extended forward. That's just something you can work on over time. But you're doing a nice job of finishing the stroke and getting your recovery arm pretty high, nice high elbow recovery. Alright, so underwater. And you should be able to pause this, but I put in some still frames at the end of the underwater section so you can see what's going on with that pull. You're getting the elbows leading the stroke back. You get a good initial catch, and then elbow sort of pulls back before your hand and forearm do. So your goal with this is just going to be to work on getting the hand and forearm really angled down and getting a good grip on the water, what we call a high elbow catch or early vertical forearm catch. And that's your right arm pulls the catches a little better than the left arm. Alright, I take that back. They're about the same. Sorry. And what's going on there? Neither of them are bad because you're getting the initial catch phase of it, but what happens is you get about 1/3 of the way through and then the elbow starts leading back. And so when the elbow leads back like that, you're just not getting your most bang for your buck out of your swim stroke. From the front, looks good. Okay, so there's the initial reach and the beginning of the catch, and then starting to get the hand and forearm up, and then see how that elbow is now pulling backwards. So that elbow is leading the stroke. You want that elbow to really maintain position. Now the elbow is really into it. So the first part good, and then elbow really took over. All right, this is one arm drill. So the goal with this drill, just a nice extension. Make sure you rotate your body all the way back so that you're square against the water, and then a good catch and pull through. This is also a really good strength builder. So the same for this arm. Just make sure you rotate all the way back, otherwise it looks good. There you go. Very good. Right here we have catch-up drill, and you're doing a nice job with this drill. So good extension, almost feels like a hyperextension, and then really do the best you can to get the high elbow catch so that that hand and forearm try to go parallel to the back wall of the pool as quickly as possible. Alright, and then what we had you do here was, I believe, 100 for time.
So 100 for time, so you have an idea what sort of pace you're putting out.
At a pretty fast rate, a pretty hard effort.
So that was 20 or 21 seconds.
So something I can notice here when you're picking up your effort, at least when you're going fast, you're shortening your stroke slightly so that your hands are coming out right by your hips. That's okay when you pick up the speed, but ultimately you do want to pull all the way through. You can get a little bit extra at that final push of the stroke. To be clear, the most powerful portion is the front part. So that first initial catch and grab, and then about to where your hand or arm are midway under your body. But the final push, you still do get a fair bit of propulsion out of. So just something else to think about. Nice job, though. Three.